Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus for Nesia Tamar Basa Yeshevatova, Bracha Batzlach V'Chamas Yadeha, and also for Rabbi Gil Amir ben Penina. He should have Bracha Batzlach V'Chamas Yadav, and Rabbi Avram Shraga ben Malka Esther, Bracha Batzlach V'Chamas Yadav. The Gemara in Gittin, and Daf Yud Amid Aleph, brings a proof that an Adon can force his Eved to work for him without having to feed him. Damar Rav, Hamakdish Yidei Avdo, also Eved Love V'Ochel. If an Adon is Makdish, he consecrates the hands of his Eved. So that Eved has to borrow money in order to buy food and eat. Ve'oseu Foreya. And then he works. And then he can repay the money he borrowed. Shema Minas, you see from here. Yachal Rab Lomer Lebed Asemi Veni Zancha. That a master can tell his Eved, work for me and I won't feed you. So Rashi explains. La'eved Kinaini, I say, so talking about Eved Kinani, I say, Mi malacha ve'eni zancha lechazor al psachim. And I don't have to feed you, rather you can go from door to door. The Gemara says no. Hachamay askinan. What are we talking about in the case of Rav? The malalo mizonos. He's feeding him. He's feeding his slave. Therefore, he can be makdish everything that the slave earns. Says the Gemara, Ihachi, Lemai, Loi V'Voichel. If that's the case, why does he have to borrow money to eat? He said it's talking about where the master is feeding him. Why is he borrowing money? Answers the Gemara, Lahad Dafa. For additional food, beyond what his Adon gives him. Rashi explains, Mizonos Meruvachim Yoseh. Mashen derech bailav lach v'lachilo. More than his Adon usually gives him. Extra Mizonos. So Rav is teaching us that the Eved can borrow money for Hadafa, for more, and then pay it back. As the Gemara V'Leimelei Hekdesh. If that's true, let Hekdesh say to him, until now, your limited diet was enough without any additional food, without any additional provisions. Hashta now, it should also suffice. It should also take what we give you without any additional provisions. Should also take what your Adam gives you without any additional provisions, and you're not allowed to borrow. And then pay it back with your work. For the Gemara, Hekdesh Gufa answers the Gemara, and for the Gemara, Hekdesh Gufa Nichalei Kiechad Elishbach Avdei. No. Hekdesh is pleased. Hekdesh is satisfied that the slave should eat more, in order that its slave should improve and produce more, because he's producing for Hekdesh. So Hekdesh wants him to eat more. So Hekdesh has no problem with him borrowing money to eat and then paying it back by working and repaying the money back. As the Gemara, also Pareya, Rav said that the slave works and pays back the money he borrowed. Kama Kaddish Lai. Every initial pruta of work that he does becomes Hekdesh the moment he earns it. So how can you say that he works and then pays it back? The second he works and he makes a pruta, that automatically belongs to Hekdesh? So how is it possible that he's able to work and pay it back with what he worked when everything he makes goes right to Hekdesh? Kama kama kadishla. And for the Gemara, pachas pachas mishava pruta. No. He pays his creditors in fractions of a pruta worth, less than a shava pruta. And that doesn't become Hekdesh. Rashi writes, Ad shalot itztarif ha-pruta yifrana. Before it becomes a pruta, he'll pay it back. Lo chayil hekdesh ha-pachas mishava pruta. Hekdesh isn't chal and less than a shava pruta. Memela, he'll work a little bit less than a shava pruta, and that'll be for his creditor. He'll give that back to the creditor, and then another little bit, and that's for the creditor. A little bit, and that's for the creditor. So every little bit of work he does to repay the creditor is going to go to the creditor, not to Hekdesh, because he's giving it in small increments of less than a shava pruta. And then the Gemara brings a raya for this. That this hezber is correct. The Gemara concludes that a master cannot tell his slave, "Asei mi ve'eni zancha." Ad kan lamadnu b'siyata d'shmaya sugiyat hagmara. Frek Tosus on Rashi, who says that Hekdesh isn't chal less than a shava pruta. We have a Mishnah, Perak Hazav, Rav Mitzia, about chamesh prutos, 5 things that require a pruta. So why doesn't it include Hekdesh? Because ein Hekdesh chal al pachas mishava pruta. Why doesn't the Mishnah there mention Hekdesh also? And therefore Tosus gives another pshat. But it's not b'das hamakdish that it should be chal al pachas mishava pruta. Hekdesh can be chal al pachas mishava pruta. But here, the Makdish doesn't want it to be chal less than a shavuot. It's not chal. But in principle, it can be chal less than a shavuot. Rashi holds that Hekdesh isn't chal less than a shavuot. We have to understand Gemara's kasha. Leimalei Hekdesh. Let Hekdesh say to him, until now you didn't need hadafa. So why do you need hadafa further? Why do you need this extra food? Until now you were fine without the extra food. Kasha is, if the pshat in the Gemara is that he's oisev et poreya pachas mishava pruta, then why is Hekdesh bal davar here? Ma Hekdesh nechnas po l'sipur. It's nothing to do with Hekdesh. It's not Hekdesh's. How can Hekdesh have tainas on him? If their money is going to someone else to repay his loans, when it's not their money, because he's doing pachas mishava pruta. What right does Hekdesh have to get involved? He's doing pachas mishava pruta, so it's not Hekdesh's b'chol. We also have to understand the teretz, that Hekdesh is interested. Nachpat li. Hekdesh is interested, Hekdesh is not interested. It's pachas mishava pruta. Doesn't belong to Hekdesh. Who does it belong to? It belongs to the Bailam. Pachas mishava pruta goes to the Bailam. You have to say the Bailam is nichal, not Hekdesh. It doesn't belong to Hekdesh before. We also have to understand that after we answer Hekdesh gufa nichale, it says Hekdesh wants it, and then the Gemara after it says that Hekdesh wants it, so that the Eved is bigger and stronger and does better work. So what's the kasha that kama kaddish le? And every little bit he works goes to Hekdesh. What do you mean every little bit he works goes to Hekdesh? No. Hekdesh doesn't want it. Hekdesh wants him to be able to pay back his loan so he could eat more. So what's the Gemara's kasha of kama kaddish le? Hekdesh wants it. For Amad b'chol zeh, b'chedushay maharam shif. Ayin sham b'chedushay maharam shif. We're going to go with the Mahalach of Chaim Shmulevitz itself. Pnei Yoshu in our Sugya noted. It says that he borrows, and then he eats, and then he works and he repays it. But since we're talking about where he does pachas mishava pruta, so why does it say love v'ochel ose uporeya? Could also say ose umocher. Why doesn't it say that he does something and he can sell? He can sell it for less than a shava pruta. Why does it say that with the work that he does, he repays the loan, but not that he sold it? So look in the Pnei Yoshua there, and he writes that pachas mishava pruta is not mammon, so you can't sell it. So dafka b'piron chov, that's shaykh and pachas mishava pruta, even though it can't be sold. When you pay back a debt, that's pachas mishava pruta. You can't sell it. Therefore, it says lo bevochel osu pareya. He borrows, he eats, he works, and he pays it back. In other words, he's pareyas hamalacha atzma. It's the work. That's how he's paying it back. Not with any item that he's selling that's less than his shava pruta. That the Pnei Yoshua writes that even pachas mishava pruta, pachas mishava pruta can't be sold. It's not mammon. Nevertheless, it can be used for a piron chov. That is explained very well based on a shir we gave some time back. We've been giving shiurim in the Shari Chaim V'siyata D'Shmaya of Chaim Shmulevitz. In Siman Lamed Beis of the Sefer, we explain that Piron Chov isn't totally B'Gidrei HaKinyanim. The way it works is that if the Gvia and the Piron is chal on what you're doing around an item, so the Baal Chov is zoche b'mamon me'elav. The Baal Chov is zoche automatically. And the same applies to pachas mishava pruta. Even though there's no chalos kinyan, mi gidrei kinyanim, and therefore he can't sell something that's worth less than a shava pruta, and then with that repay his creditors. Because b'gidrei kinyan and pachas mishava pruta doesn't work. But when it's done b'piron chov, then it's nikne lamalve memela. It's automatically acquired to the malve. So here he's working. It's less than a shava pruta. But since that work is misyached for the malve, it goes to the malve automatically, not b'gidrei kinyanim. So to sell, he can't sell, but piron chov, he's miyached. Pachas mishava pruta the piron chov, and then it automatically goes to the malve. So b'gidrei kinyanim it doesn't work, but for piron chov it does. That explains this Pnei Yoshua. The ikar divrei Pnei Yoshua that pachas mishava pruta, since it's not mammon, mechira is not effective, we can prove the opposite. And the Teisvis later on in Gimel Amid Aleph Dibur Maskil Mi, two opinions about an eved who's not worth anything. Is mechira effective or not? According to the Deya that it is effective, so kol sheken pachas mishava pruta. Even according to the Deya that it's not effective if it's worth nothing, That's only if he's not worth anything. But if it's pachas mishava pruta, mechira is effective. So the kasha lefi Tosfos, it would seem that mechira does work pachas mishava pruta, and Yehoshua says it doesn't. However, it's not shver on the Pnei Yehoshua from Tosfos, because when the Pnei Yehoshua says it's not chal al pachas mishava pruta, he's only talking b'shitas Rashi. He holds that Hekdesh is in chal pachas mishava pruta, so he also holds that mechira doesn't work for pachas mishava pruta. Tesis argues, they say Hekdesh is chal. Memela hu adin, that mechira is also chal. So as long as the Pnei Yehoshua is in Rashi's territory, it's fine. In Chanami, Tosfos holds that mechira could be chal and less than a shavuot fruit, even on nothing. However, it would appear that that's not their argument. Whether mechira is chal, al pachas mishavuot fruit or not, and their only argument is about Hekdesh. Is Hekdesh chal on pachas mishava pruta, or is Hekdesh not chal on pachas mishava pruta? As we're going to explain. In a number of places, we find that it's shaykh to have mammon Hekdesh without kedusha. You see this in both Mitzvah and Zayin Amid Beis. The Gemara says that Hekdesh can take ribis. The Gemara says, what's the hechidami? Second, the Gizbar gives it away, loans it, it's me'ilah. So the Gemara says, you can look in the sugi there. The Gemara concludes, Hachav avnei binyan hamasiris l'Gizbar eskinan to the Shmuel, the Shmuel b'ana b'chol b'akach makadishim. We're talking about stones for binyan that were given over to the treasure. And like Shmuel says, that in the meantime, when they're given over, they're still chol. And after it's built, they're makdishit. In other words, and that's what the Gemara is talking about, that it's Hekdesh is, ribis is mutter, but there's no problem with me'ilah in the first place. So these Avanim are considered mammon Hekdesh. Since they're mammon Hekdesh, there's no ribis. But since they don't have kedusha, there's no me'ilah. Look there in the sugi and the ritva, and also Shari Yosher and Shari Vav at the beginning of Parak Zayin. So you see, it's mammon Hekdesh without being kadosh. We also have a Gemara in Bav Mitzia, and of Pei Zayin Amid Beis, where Memayet Rei Echa V'lo Shel Hekdesh, that a poel can eat when he's working in his friend's field, vineyard, but now when he's eating or working in Hekdesh, what belongs to Hekdesh? This explains that the Havamin is that it should be mutter for a poel lahanas behekdesh. Moshe hutter itzer gezel b'shel Hekdesh. Poel can be nana from Hekdesh. Just like gezel is mutter b'shel hediot, so too b'shel Hekdesh. Again, the Chedush Reb Chaim in the 8th parak of Hilchos Me'il Aleph Aleph. In Shita Bukobetzis, he writes in the name of the Ritva, Asi l'mu'utei, afilu, kishehisna shlo yachol olav hekdesh ela b'damav. Kahu she'amru, bonim b'chol v'akach makdishim. Coming to exclude, he's not allowed to be nana, this poel, even when there was a Tanai that Hekdesh should only be on the money. Like it says, Bonim b'chol v'akach makdishim. In other words, the Shita Mukabetzis seems to mean of the Ritva, that it's only going to be Kinyan Hekdesh. And then after it's Kinyan Hekdesh, it'll be Makdish it afterwards. But it'll just be Shehistin Shlo Yochel of Hekdesh Ela B'Damav. This is only Hekdesh, the person who's Makdish it. There's only Makdish it for the money, but it's not yet going to be holy. Like we find in the Gemara we quoted, that the stones are first Chol, and then afterwards they're Makdish. So you see it could be Mum and Hekdesh without being Kadosh. And this is also L'ch'ora, the Das HaRamban, famous Ramban in Baba Basra. Ayin Testament Aleph. If you have a boar or a shovach, a bird's cove or whatever you want to call it, or a pit, the Kulei Almein, Molim B'Masha B'Socha, and there's no Me'ilah in what goes inside of it, even if it belongs to Hekdesh. Even though a Chatzir is Nikna LaHekdesh, Ayin Shem Tosis. Nevertheless, there's no Me'ilah. Why is there no Me'ilah if it belongs to Hekdesh, what's inside of the boar and the shovach? The answer is because it's Mum and Hekdesh, and it's not Kedushas Hekdesh. There's a lot to say about this. Look at the Tzos and Siman Reish, Sif Kat and Aleph. And Cheschinuch HaMitzvah Kuf Chav Zayin, etc., etc. Also in the Shar Yosher, in Shar Gimel, Parak Chav Gimel, it talks about Bittul Barov. So what have we proven, sweet friends? We've proven that it's Shayach to have Mum and Hekdesh without having Kedushas Hekdesh. So it would appear that Pachas Mishava Pruta, even though it's Lav Bar Hekdesh, Pachas Mishava Pruta, even though it doesn't belong to Hekdesh, can be Makdish Pachas Mishava Pruta, nevertheless, since Mechira is possible with less than a Shava Pruta, where do we see that Mechira is possible with less than a Shava Pruta? Because you see by an Eved, that was the Tosis we brought, that Mechira can be done with less than a Shava Pruta. And if Mechira can be done with less than a Shava Pruta, it can become Mammon Hekdesh. Ami Raso L'Gavoa, Misi Raso L'Hediot. Saying to Hashem is like Mesira to a Hediot, to a regular person. So Pachas Mishava Pruta might not become holy, but it becomes Mammon Hekdesh. So you can have it's Mammon Hekdesh without having Kedushas Hekdesh. The Geder of Mammon Hekdesh is no different than the Geder of Mammon Hediot. That it belongs financially to Hekdesh, just like Mammon Hediot belongs to the Hediot. It just doesn't have Kedushas Hekdesh. It's not considered Mammon insofar as that Kedushas Hekdesh, not Chala, doesn't take effect, and this Pachas Mishava Pruta. It comes out then, according to what we learned, to summarize, that you can have Mammon Hekdesh without Kedusha. And we said this would apply to less than a Shava Pruta. It's Mammon Hekdesh without Kedushas Hekdesh. Mechira is Chal, even on Pachas Mishava Pruta. But Kedushas Hekdesh is not. And therefore Rashi said that Mammon Hekdesh, that Hekdesh, the Kedusha part is in Challah Pachas Mishabed. They never said anything about Mechira. And therefore, it's not a kasha from the Eved. He was, when it comes to acquiring, Hekdesh can acquire less than a Shabbat Pruta. It just can't be holy. According to this, we understand their sugya very well. The Gemara says, Le'malei Hekdesh, let Hekdesh say to this person, what should Hekdesh say to this person? Hekdesh should say to this person that until now, you were fine without the Hadafa. What do you need the Hadafa for? So we said, why is Hekdesh getting involved? What does Hekdesh have to do with anything? The answer is, this Pachas Mishabed Pruta belongs to Hekdesh. It doesn't belong to the Makdish. Because we said, Al Kinyanim, Hekdesh can be Kona. And that the Gemara was Mataritz, it's Peseder Gamor. You're right, Medine Kinyanim. It belongs to Hekdesh. But Hekdesh Gufanichale. Hekdesh wants him to eat more. You're a better worker if you're big and strong. What does my mother, Zolzain Gesund und Stark, always say to me? Eat, eat. You're too skinny. She wants me to eat more. So if I eat more, maybe I'll be stronger. I'll have big muscles. And if I have big muscles, then I'll feel like I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. For that, I think I have to eat spinach, as long as it's bug-free. Anyway, when I was a kid, I used to eat spinach and make a muscle. And I would see if the muscle was getting bigger, because I was told that spinach is going to make me big and strong. Anyway, didn't always work. So, Gemara says that Hekdesh wants it because he'll get bigger and stronger. And now we understand what the Gemara asks afterwards. Kama kama kaddish lei. That every little bit goes to Hekdesh. So how does he have any right to take it for himself? Pay back his loan? In other words, this svara of Hekdesh is nichale. That only works as far as the Tviyah mitzad dinei mammon. And in that we say, Hekdesh gufa nichale. Mitzad mammonis, Hekdesh is happy. They want it to be big and strong because it's good. It's a good business investment. Now the Gemara is asking mitzad acher, mitzad Hekdesh, mitzad dinei kedusha, mitzad meila. How's he allowed to be nene? There's meila, there's hana, machmas kedusha Hekdesh. And on this, it doesn't help Hekdesh in gufa nichale. It's holy. Can't be nene. Hekdesh wants you to be nene, not piton. No such thing. Comes to mammonis. When you're in the world of mammon, Hekdesh could say, we want whatever is good for us mammonis-wise. But if it's holy, then how let it be nene? It's meila. Hekdesh can't be mochel and say no meila. Hekdesh can say we want more mammon. That's peseder. But not that you can do meila. And that the Gemara answers, that he does pachos mishabed pruta. And the Kedusha is in Chal. So yes, it's Mammon Hekdesh. It is Mammon Hekdesh. There's no Kedusha. So you were bothered by the Kedusha aspect. No Kedusha, pachos. It's Mammon Hekdesh, but there's no Kedusha's Hekdesh. So since it's Mammon Hekdesh, and there's no Kedushas Hekdesh, the Svara of Hekdesh, Gufa Nichale, is a valid Svara. Because Hekdesh wants him, Mammonus-wise, to eat more. And therefore that Kama will be, Hekdesh is mochel on that money. So he can eat more. And what about Me'ilah? His brother Mar was bothered. No, it's Pachas. There is no Me'ilah. Because it's Mammon Hekdesh, there was no Kedushas Hekdesh. Advarma Yukaftu B'ferach, Siyata Dishmaya. And for those who are adventurous, you can look in the Shari Chaim, Siman Lamed Daled, and see how he goes weiter with an Or Sameach, and how he fits the Or Sameach into the Sugya according to his Mahalach. V'nizke Be'ezer Hashem, Mahamshich. You're ready? The next Siman is Siman Lamed Hey. Achilas Shuma Be'evet Koyin Shebarach. We already gave that over in the Shir, B'siyata Dishmaya. So we're going to go weiter, and Hashem should give us the Koach and the Moach and the Simchas Chaim. Lilmod v'lamed lishma v'las l'kaim is kol divrei Salmo Torah v'yahava. Amen v'amen. Shalom, shalom. Sweetest and most beloved friends.